So imagine you're 6 years old and you witness your parents being verbally, mentally, and physically abusive towards each other. How do you feel about that? Well, you're going to feel fear, anxiety, guilt. So you see your parents getting help and trying to solve their problem, but you're not really getting any attention. Nobody's asking you how you are. About 3 to 4 million children are suffering through domestic violence. My name is Ayamba. This is Kelsey, Alex, and Kaitlin, and our topic is domestic violence among children.
So for our specific problem pain, children are being exposed to violence in their household, and no matter if it's physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, it does have an impact on the children. But our specific problem pain is there's no follow-up for these children. There's no help that they're receiving or anything that could help prevent this cycle from being broken in the future. So they might have different emotional problems in the future, mental problems, or anything that might have been stemming from this domestic violence in the household, and they're receiving no follow-up to try to break this cycle or help deal with their emotional problems that they're dealing with from this violence. So our solution is our organization is the Vision for Children. So we're specifically focusing on children that have been present during these households. What makes us different from other organizations or anything that might be trying to help this problem is we will be a provided service or a required service. It'll be required that you have to have follow-up with the children, that these children are not going unnoticed, and it's also it's not a one-size-fits-all proposal. So no matter if that's working with the children in a kind of a therapeutic session or taking them out somewhere, going to outings or going to their homes, there's different ways that we can go about, and it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. And also there's no follow-up being done currently, so that has different effects on the children. So we want to provide psychiatric care or even therapeutic activities, just anything that will help them kind of get out these emotional problems, be able to talk about it, and break that cycle from continuing in the future.
Okay, so our primary target customer would be the DCS. We would partner with them, and so the DCS currently, they focus on family strengths and weaknesses, safety, and negative labels of the abuser. So as it states here, there really is no specifics tailored just to the child. They focus on the family as a whole, mostly like what caused the abuse, how to end the abuse, getting the parent better, but no specific approach to help the child specifically. And then the Albion Fellows Bacon Center is located here in Evansville, and they're an organization for domestic violence for children. They only deal with children below the ages of 12 because they don't have the resources or training for it. And the only follow-up that they will do for children are for children in their shelter. So children outside of that aren't living in their shelter, but they've come in contact with, they don't follow up with those children. And then there are 765 cases reported in Evansville alone for domestic violence, and obviously this doesn't even amount to the number that aren't reported. And of these cases, 0 require follow-up. Follow-up is requested, but not required.
All right, so our service differentiation is we are a service that is empathetic and really attends to the children's needs. And like we said, our service is a requirement, so no child is left behind, and we attend to all of the children's needs, whatever that may be, emotional, physical, whatever that may be. And the value that we're adding is that we're making these children feel wanted, and we want their voice to be heard in these situations, and we'd like to try to help repair the relationship between the children and the parents for the future, and we really want to break the cycle of children later on in life seeing violence as a good way to solve problems. We want to break that cycle. So the Department of Child Services has a multiple response system, and this is just a program for the family as a whole to try to reconcile the family as a whole, but they mainly focus on the parents and reconciling them. So we would like to go alongside them and work with the children, and I think together it would be a great way to just reconcile the family as a whole. So our value proposition formula is for children who are exposed to violence in their household and receive no help or follow-up. Vision for Children is an organization which reaches out to children following an abusive scenario. And unlike other services, we follow up with the children to prevent future abusive behaviors, to break that cycle we were talking about. And we really care about the children and the families as a whole, and it's a requirement for this service to be completed. So in conclusion, this is something we are absolutely passionate about, and we believe that our solution to the problem of children not receiving any follow-up, we believe that our solution of providing that follow-up and attending to the children's emotional needs is a real solution to the problem.